sure we're in the right mode. I believe I am. HDR. Yep. Alright. Alright, so I decided to try something a little different today, because I've been fighting with my DJI mic to get decent quality sound, so I'm going to try using a DJI mic for my bike, but I'm going to try using my Sena headset for up in my helmet, because I've talked to people while I was riding and they all say they can hear me just fine. So I'm gonna give this a shot and see if it works. Plus this goes straight into the track, because I got it hooked up Bluetooth to my Insta360 X5, so it automatically goes straight into the track for that. So it's one less thing I have to sync up. But see if this actually, and of course it's not going to sense me. Swear to God. Yeah, that light never senses me, so. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try using this today on the way to work. And we'll see how it links up. I'm going to try playing with some different settings and stuff on this, just to see how it works. If this works better, then I'll just start using this. It's actually less work for me. Because I don't know, I've tried just about everything I can think of. I've watched every tutorial I can find online about the DJI mic. I've stuck extra stuff into the mic to like dampen the sound, and just like, doesn't matter what I do, it's still super freaking doesn't matter what I do, it's still super loud and cuts out. No matter what I do, but the only way I can even use the footage is to use a bunch of editing tools to like what I'm looking for, to single out my voice. But then when you do that, it starts sounding all freaking like robotic and shit, so like it sounds weird. So I don't know. So the search for the proper bike setup for doing this motovlogging thing continues. So hopefully I can, hopefully I'll get something that works here pretty soon. Still frustrating. I've been fighting with this for like probably like 2 months now. Excuse me. So anyway, but I gotta be patient because I'm like constantly fighting with this stuff, and then I'm, you know, still learning how to do all my editing and running all the camera equipment and all that stuff. So it's like, it's a constant learning curve. Sometimes I just need to learn to be patient. Make sure my helmet clip's not in the way of my visor. That one drove me crazy. I was running around and it was, I got this whistle in my helmet. I couldn't figure out what it was. It was driving me nuts. Finally realized that it was my, I have a clip on the side where it actually tightens locks my visor in and actually tightens it down even further. Like a visor lock. Well, I had it and it got pushed forward and I tried to close the visor with it forward. So then it was like, just like not even frickin' closing all the way, so it was whistling really bad. And I was just like, what in the hell? So anyway, it's a nice day today though. It's like, I think it's mid upper 80s, which feels pretty good. It's been pretty hot lately. A little windy as hell down through here. Got my new Alpine Stars PT Pro gloves on. Things are awesome. It's like they go on fairly easy, but then they're like nice and tight. Snug, they don't move around. The only thing I'm dealing with on right now though is this on my throttle grip. There's little wrinkles that can be in the hand. So I don't know if I gotta just, yeah, there it goes. That's a little better. Readjust how I'm holding it a little bit. Well, plus it's one thing that's good about it is I have a tendency to like over grip my throttle, and so I forgot my belt. Got this thing. I got a new backpack. Got a Dainese hard shell backpack. After I dumped half my shit out on the freeway the other day, I decided I was gonna go with something different. So I got this Dainese red hard shell backpack. And then I put once I zipped it up, because it's only got one zipper. Once I zipped it up, I put a carabiner in it so that the can't come undone. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's better than the last backpack. Hopefully you guys don't get too bored of watching me ride the same roads. I do a lot of my recording and for my vlogs while I'm because I mean it's almost 2 hours of riding every day that I go to work, so it's kind of a waste. Dude, that bag, my strap for the waist strap, I forgot that it even had one. I didn't put it on. I was like slapping my ass as I'm going down the road. Kind of distracting. There you go. If you're into that kind of thing, get the backpack and leave the strap. Yeah, I've been playing with camera settings and all kinds of stuff. I tried running a different setting on my GoPro and it was good quality, but man, friggin' the battery didn't last long and the file size is huge. So switched the settings on my GoPro again. I'm trying to get it as wide as I can without like looking weird. good thing about it is I have a tendency to like over grip my handlebars. I've always done that, and I don't know why I do it. Like I'll get my forearms start getting tired, and I'm like, why am I gripping the handlebars so hard? So I've really been working on trying to keep my grip, you know, kind of light. So I guess that's something that gloves will help me do. If I don't tighten it, I grip too hard, that little wrinkle doesn't bother me. Looks like the wind in the corner like that. God dang, man. Wind's making my neck hurt. Alright. Once I get out of this area, it'll be alright. Hopefully. One thing I like about this backpack is it does allow you to put the chest strap. You can move it down. I always have a problem with them choking me. So this one, I moved it all the way down as far as it goes. And it's actually down where it's away from my throat, so that's kind of nice. But now I've been trying to work on, I've actually started trying to work on uploading 2 long form videos a week to YouTube. And then working on shorts. But it's a lot of work, and like right now my channel's so small, I'm not getting a lot of traffic, so I think I'm gonna cut back to one video a week, and then shoot for one video, long form video a week, and then just concentrate on, you know, using cut stuff for my shorts. Those seem to be getting the most traction right now. So, but I also do TikTok, so it actually I use those on TikTok as well. So it's kind of double purpose, you know, get a 2 for 1. Over on TikTok, though, I don't really, well, even on the shorts, I don't really talk or anything. I just usually put some kind of like overdub or some kind of video effect or something like that. But yeah, just trying to, as I ride to work, I try to work on my skills a little bit. So when I'm doing this, I'm doing my counter steer, practicing counter steering. I'm trying to focus on keeping my butt back in the seat so I'm not hugging the tank. Keeping the balls of my feet on the pegs, except for shifting and braking, and working on my braking, trail braking, even when I'm really not going fast. I figure if I practice it when I'm going slower, when it doesn't really matter, then as I pick up speed, it'll help. Plus, at some point here, I want to get on a track, start doing some track riding. So I want to try to get used to some of this stuff while I'm on the street to a certain extent. I mean, I ain't gonna be out here trying to like drag my knee around corners when there's traffic everywhere and stuff, but at least get the concepts of it down. But one thing I did learn is about your weight distribution. Even if you're on the street and you're not trying to like drag me and stuff, just get your upper body over to the side that you're going into the turn. You can still keep your butt up in the seat, but just like lean your upper body over and kind of get your helmet out to that side of the center. And it makes a huge difference. Because like, one thing good about riding this road where I ride it every day, when I test things out, I can tell quickly how much of a difference it's making because I ride it so much. When I started doing that, it was just like, it was crazy. Like the amount of less lean angle I needed to have to make the same corner at the same speed was insane. I filled up while I was out riding the other day, so yay, don't have to stop and get gas. Where I usually stop at that 7-Eleven. That was crazy. I shifted like right as I went through those two cars and it was like, what? Oh my God, you're getting on the freeway, go. I don't understand that. It's like DHB likes to sit on that one, so I always check it. Yeah, I don't get it. It's like you're getting on the freeway. Why are you going so slow? So I'm running behind. Look at the time. Mind me, I'm just gonna sneak in right there. Yeah, anyway, so that's funny because like I'll be talking and then like once I start kind of yeeting a little bit, I just don't even I just start paying attention to my riding and I don't really pay attention to talking or anything, which I mean I guess is a good thing because riding the bike is my #1 job. Safely, or as safely as I can, and then doing the talking secondary. So I can always edit out the quiet noises or the quiet times. Usually that's kind of funny though, because usually at those times that's usually when I'm like super getting on it. So I think sometimes that's some of the more fun freaking video. So it's like I always have a hard time when I'm editing trying to decide, like, because part of this is vlogging and obviously just my normal brain vomit to whatever I'm thinking or whatever I feel like talking about, but at the same time, like I know sometimes people are watching it, because it's kind of an experience. Hell, when I'm stuck at work and I'm having a slow night, a lot of times I'll watch other YouTubers, vlogs and stuff, because I feel like I'm kind of out riding instead of being stuck at work. So like that's what I kind of try to do with my videos. So it's like it's a combination of riding. I think my last video I put out, like I had actually broke it down into two because I ran into one of my other buddies and we were getting it pretty good, and I was just enjoying the ride. And, we were kind of ripping through traffic and stuff, and I was like, normally I wouldn't have put that out. And then I was just like, you know what, screw it. Like, man, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like, if people don't watch it, whatever, but I mean, some people might actually enjoy just watching me go instead of hearing me yap the whole time. So I just got my new Alpine Star boots in. I got some of the Super Tech R vented boots. Super excited to check them out. But I was running late today, so they're not like the easiest in the world to put on. You have to like put the inner boot on and then put the outer boot on and all that kind of stuff. So I was running late getting ready today, so I was just like, you know what, I'll just make sure that's not a cop. I think we're good. Oh, there's a cop there. That must have been a wreck. Alright, yep. Little accidente. But yeah, so I totally lost track of what I was saying. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, I'll have my boots. Yeah, I got the new boots, and so I haven't had a chance to actually run them. So I was gonna run them today, but then, like, I don't know. I was very indecisive today. I was trying to decide whether how's it going? Trying to decide whether I was going to actually ride today, and then I was trying to decide what bike I was going to ride, and then by the time I packed my lunch and started putting everything into the new backpack, then I was like, you know what, it's too late, I ain't got time. So here I am. So here I am, still running late, even though I still didn't do that. So if I'd have done that, or, well, I don't know, if I would have got any later, I'd have ended up driving just because I didn't have time to mount all my equipment and put all my gear on and stuff. Just being a lazy ass today, I guess. That's alright. We all have our days. Man, I love the way this bike's out. The beast. Alright. Yeah, I ain't trying to. I'm trying to get stuff on a big old line of cars. Like, I like being away from all the other cars, but at the same time, I feel exposed for tossed. It's hard to hide when you're kind of out by yourself. You just gotta watch out for people switching lanes. I mean, at least he used a turn signal, I'll give him that much. So if they turned it on like right as they started going over, but well, it's definitely helping with having this. They finally finished this coming 2-lane, but it still kind of gets jammed up during traffic time. But there's more traffic than normal today. That's the one thing with the weekends, man. It's always a crapshoot. You never know. You never know when you're gonna have traffic and not. Working my way over here. Either some kind of an event or there's an accident or something. And this is where, like, splitting lanes is nice, but like it will, if you do it long enough, like this isn't bad at all. Splitting lanes will wear you out if you keep doing it long enough. But yeah, this isn't too bad. I mean, like, we're moving pretty good. So it's when it's like super stopped and like you're constantly having to duck and dodge people and stuff. Yeah, I think it's just heavy traffic today. always slows down going uphill. Like I've never understood that. It's like, you do realize you have to give it more gas when you go uphill. Unless you have your cruise control on, then it'll do it for you. But otherwise, you have to do it. The other thing that I never understand is when people like break into a corner when like they're not even close to going the speed that like could possibly be going too fast for it. Like if the road doesn't give you a warning that it's a tight corner to reduce your speed, most likely you don't need to. So there's that. Little tip for people that drive cars. And usually the speed, even when they do suggest a speed, usually that speed's way below what you can actually do the corner at. So yeah, I don't know. It's funny. It's like people think that like once they get their license, I mean it's the same with riding bikes too. People think once they do the MSF course, they get their license, like their learning is done, It's like nope, you're just starting. You're just starting to learn. It's a long process, even when you've been doing it for a lot of years. You still learn stuff every day, or at least you should be trying to. The second you think you know everything, you're just asking for problems. That's like once I got this bike, I realized that the performance of this bike, even though I've been riding for a long time, the performance of this bike way exceeds my current riding limitations. Like, I am the limiter on this bike. The bike will do way more, because I watched, they actually raced these MT-09s. There's some guys that race these in Moto America in the super hooligan class. Akmazato is he's my favorite racer from that class, and he rides one of these. And man, I mean, you watch them on the track on these things, and I'm just like, oh my god, man. I mean, granted, I know they have some suspension work, and they're running the SD. I don't have an SD version. They're running the SD version. They have upgraded a lot of stuff, but I mean, still, it's the same basic bike, and they're ripping it up on these, and here I am like, hey, look, I learned how to go around the corner, so I've always tried to stay humble though, because none of us know everything. Let's sneak through here. That one's kind of like tricky because there are a lot of semis coming through here. So there's like a big hump right in between the cars. And so it kind of throws you off and makes your bike wiggle. So. That freaked me out. Thought I had something wrong with my bike. Had a plastic bag stuck on my shift. Had a plastic bag stuck on my brake. That would have sucked. Have that thing melt all over my brand new exhaust. That would have been a bad day. That's cool though. First thing I thought is, I was like, do not tell me my backpack fucking popped open. I started feeling my backpack, and then he like pointed down. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I reached down. I'm like, oh, thank God, it's just a bag. Like, man, if another backpack pops open and all my shit goes out on the freeway again, I'm gonna lose it. gonna crash out. Sorry about that. Got a little frog in my throat. That's cool. At least it stuck on my... Dude, that could have been bad. If I'd have got to work and had a plastic bag all freaking melted all over my brand new titanium exhaust. I would have definitely crashed out on that too. I'd have been crashed out a lot today. This shit's expensive, man. I ain't trying to screw brand new stuff up. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna want to get a new leather jacket, riding jacket. I love this jacket, but it's one of the things I lost out of my my backpack the other day when it opened was my liner for this jacket. I mean, I know I can get a freaking universal liner, which I'll probably do just in case, but I've been wanting to get a leather jacket anyway, so gives me an excuse to. Plus, once it starts getting colder, because we don't really have winter, but once it starts getting a little colder, then I'm gonna want something a little bit more wind resistant than this thing. So I'll eventually get a winter and a summer jacket. Like, I had a bunch of stuff for my riding gear for my Harleys. Well, I still do, because I obviously still have my Harleys, but I didn't have too much riding gear for this bike when I got it. So I'm slowly but surely getting it all together. It's a good way to spend a lot of money. So I'll pop this open, it's getting hot. Whew. I heard a lot of static in my headphones, so hopefully that is not going into the recording. Well, that's not too bad. I'm only about 10 minutes off of where I normally am. But whatever. It's one of those days. It's just whatever. Like, all right, if I'm not gonna be late. In fact, I'm always early. So, thank you, Army, for giving me the irrational fear of being late constantly. So, ever since I was in the military, I'm always worried about it. But, all right, folks. Well, that's it for this one, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. And I got some good, fun stuff to put on this. So, all right. Until next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. So, all right. Take it easy. Peace.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and keeps you updated on all our latest content. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our new uploads. We've got a lot more exciting content coming your way that you definitely won't want to miss. Also, if you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. We love hearing from you, and we'll do our best to respond to everyone. Finally, be sure to follow us on our social media channels for more behind-the-scenes content and updates. You can find all the links in the description below. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.